हेलो गाइस एंड वेलकम बैक टू द न्यू वीडियो। और आज भी एक है गुड न्यूज़, यंग प्रोफेशनल वीज़ा जो कि है स्पेशली फॉर इंडियंस विच इज़ कॉल्ड इंडियन यंग प्रोफेशनल स्कीम वीज़ा की डेट्स अनाउंस हो गई है। मैं आपको स्क्रीन पे लेके चलता हूँ और सारी क्राइटेरिया जो कि आपको फुलफ़िल करनी पड़ेगी उसके लिए, और बैलेट में कैसे आपको ज्वाइन करना है वो सारी डिटेल मैं आपको बता देता हूँ। तो चलो स्क्रीन पे चलते हैं। I am now into the Indian Young Professional Scheme Visa Ballot System page, official page. So I will provide this link in the description. So this guidance explain how to enter the ballot to apply for the Indian Young Professional Scheme Visa and how the ballot system works. So किस तरह से work करता है I will tell you each and everything. So you need to enter the ballot if you want to apply for a visa for Indian Young Professional Scheme Visa. So before applying for the visa you must enter into this ballot, and if you get lucky enough to be selected in this ballot you will get notified through your official email that you have used in your application or ballot system. So once you have been notified that you have been successful selected in this ballot, then only you have to apply for the visa. Before that you don't have to pay any amount to anyone, not even to the UK government. So the next India Young Professional Scheme ballot will open at 2:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time on 18 Feb. So this is not UK time, this will be 2:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So many people was asking in the last video whether they are from the Pakistan or any other country, whether they can apply or not. So the answer is no, because this is specifically for India Young Professional Scheme Visa. There is Young Professional Scheme Visa for the other countries. So you have to go and visit the govt.uk website and check in the section of Young Professional Scheme Visa and which country you are from, and you can apply from that ballot, not into this ballot, because this is specifically for Indian Young Professional Scheme ballot. So you can and will be closed at 2:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time on 25. So it will be going from 18 to 20, where you have like more than enough time, because it hardly take 1 to 2 or 2 to 5 minutes to enter or make a entry into the ballot. Entering the ballot, you can enter the ballot if you are an Indian citizen and you are eligible for the Indian Young Professional Scheme Visa. Check you are eligible before entering the ballot. So you need to provide your name, date of birth, passport details, a scan or the photo of your passport, phone number or email. These are the prerequisites for in order you to apply for the ballot. The successful entries will be picked at random. You will be sent a result by email within 2 weeks of the ballot closing. So it is free to enter the ballot. You don't have to pay any amount till you are entering into the ballot. So you should only enter if you are planned to apply for the visa. So they are being specific. If you are planning to come to UK, then only you should apply for the ballot only, which costs £298, and you are able to meet the financial education and the other requirements. So I will go through with the financial and educational other requirement and the other requirement. So there are 3,000 places available for the Indian Young Professional Scheme Visa in 2025. Most places will be available in February ballot, and the remaining places will be made available in the second ballot, ballot in July. So in a year they open the 3,000 places for the Indian young professionals, and if in the 3,000 places they won't be able to fulfill these 3,000 slots, then they will open the same ballot again in the July, but the date will be conducted, or the date will be announced soon in the July, once this young professional scheme visa will be closed. So you can only submit one entry per person for each ballot. Any further attempt to enter will not be counted. So when the visa dates or the ballot is open, you can apply into this one as well if you are unlucky in this one, and you can apply to the next one as well when it will be opened in the July, if you want to come to the UK and fulfill the criteria. Successful entries: if you are successful in the ballot, you will be invited to apply for a visa. You will have 90 days from the date of the email to apply online, pay the application fees including the immigration health surcharge, and provide your biometrics. If you are successful in the ballot but choose not to apply visa, you don't need to tell us. So if you are successful and in the ballot and you don't want to come to in the UK, then you don't need to do anything. Unsuccessful entries, the result of the ballot are final. You cannot appeal if you are unsuccessful. You can enter future ballots if you are unsuccessful, as long as you still meet the eligibility criteria. Eligibility: to be eligible for Indian Young Professional Scheme Visa, you must be Indian national or citizen between 18 and 30 years old. So they're being specified that 18 to 30 years and be an Indian national. So people were asking me in the comment section whether they are 30 plus 4 months, 30 plus 6 months. So they have clearly mentioned between 18 to 30s. If you are 18 plus and between 30 or 30 years old, like you are about to be 30, then you can apply. But if you are plus 30, you cannot apply, in my understanding. But you can ask some immigration advisor if you are 30 plus 4 months, 30 plus 2 months, if you are able to apply. Although you can try to apply. If the portal doesn't allow you, then you can obviously come to know that you are not eligible to apply. But although you can try, in my opinion, you cannot apply if you are 30 plus 1 month or 2 months. But you can try, because there is no amount they are going to be they are not going to charge any amount, so you can try your luck. Be at least 18 years old on the date you plan to travel to the UK. So have a qualification bachelor's degree level or above. So you must have the bachelor degree. People were asking whether they have diploma or the experience. So that won't work, because they have specified you must have the bachelor's degree and have 2530s 2530 in the savings to support yourself in the UK. So this will be around 2,60,000 rupees in Indian currency. So you must have this much amount in your savings. It can be in the form of FD or in your savings account. Not have any children under age of 18 who live with you or who are financially responsible for. So people were asking whether they can have the dependents or not. So this visa doesn't allow any dependents on you. So you must not have any dependents or children with you who are age of 18 years old or under age 18 years old. So you must first apply to and be selected in the Indian Young Professional Scheme visa before you can apply for the visa. You cannot apply if you are already been in the UK under this scheme for the Youth Mobility Scheme visa. And eligible qualification, so you must have the bachelor's degree, and you can check the regulatory qualification framework level 6, 7, 8 and equivalent overseas qualification at degree level or above. अगर आपने कहीं overseas से भी qualification किया, but it must be equal to UK bachelor's level, then you are eligible as well. Money to support, I have mentioned, it must be 2530 in your savings account or in the form of FD. You will need to have had the money available for at least 20 days in a row. So you get enough time to make this deposit in your account, and it will be obviously overpass the 30 days criteria, because you get 90 days period to make all the document and visa application and everything. So you have enough time once you are selected. So days 28 must be within 31 days of the applying for the visa. You will need to show the proof of this when you apply. So you have to show the proof when you apply for the visa, and the document must provide. Let's see the documents. So documents, as mentioned, the passport is the mandatory document, and the evidence of 2530 pounds in your savings account. Evidence of your qualification, which undergrad is the must, and you can give the overseas education as well if that meets or same for the UK undergrad degree. Your tuberculosis TB test result if you are living in India or another listed country. So as this ballot is specifically for Indian young professionals, so you have to provide the TB test, because so if you are coming for in the UK more than 6 months, then you have to provide the TB test as well, and you have to pay the IHS, which is immigration health surcharge as well, and how much that will be I will tell you in a short while. And you need to provide the police report or the clearance certificate from India. Check how to apply for the criminal records check. So I have made a video on how to apply for the PCC, which is known as the police clearance certificate as well. So you can watch that video. I have given the step-by-step instruction. You can follow that video and apply for the PCC if you haven't already. And you will need a blank page in your passport for your visa. Of course, this will be the case for every passport holder, in my opinion, because everyone should have a blank page in their passport. So evidence for qualification, I've already mentioned this thing. And the other documents you might need, if your documents are not in English or Welsh, you also need to provide a certified translation. So if your degree is not in English, then you can go to your graduation or institute or university and ask for the translation certificate. They will definitely provide that to you. And you may need to provide the additional documents depending on your circumstances. Home Office will contact you if you need to provide more evidence. So once you are selected in the ballot, you make the application and you provide all the necessary documents. And if the Home Office thinks that you might need to provide any other document, then they will contact you via email. So this is the page where you can see how much is going to cost. So you will need to pay the application fee of 298, which is like approx 30,000 rupees in India, or it might be up or less based on the currency exchange rate, and pay the health surcharge of 1552, which is approximately 1.5 lakh rupees, so 1,50,000 or maybe 60,000 rupees, and prove you have 2530 in personal savings account. So this amount you don't have to pay 2530. This must be in your savings account just to prove that you can support yourself in the UK. Basis for that purpose. And the health surcharge is the immigration health surcharge, which you have to, everybody has to pay to come to the UK if they are applying for the visa more than 6 months. And the application fees, of course, if you are applying for any visa, you have to pay the application fees, which is 298. In this case, it is really cheaper if you compare with other visa categories. And this is really a cheaper way to come in the UK for at least 2 year in within £2,000 you can come in the UK for 2 years and work, do anything, do business, do education, go for the vacation or anything, whatever you want to do here for 24 months. You can enter the UK at any time while your visa is valid and leave and come back at any time during your stay. So you will be having multiple entries for 24 months, which is 2 years. So you can come go and whatever you want to do. What you can and cannot do: so you can study for some courses. You will need academic technology approval scheme certificate. You can work in most jobs. You don't need any sponsor in order to be eligible for any job. You can do any job, literally any job. So be self-employed and set up a company. You can do that as well. You can become a self-employed or set up a company as well, as long as your premises are rented, your equipment is not worth more than £5,000. You do not have any employees, so you can do not extend your stay. So of course you can switch to skilled worker visa. I believe apply for the most benefits like public fund. So you cannot apply for any benefits. Benefits are mostly given to the citizen or ILR holders, but not for the immigrants. So include family members on your application. They must apply separately. So you cannot bring any members or dependents on you or on this application or on this visa. Work as a professional sports person, for example, as a coach. So that's it for the video. Hopefully you have got all the idea about the Indian Young Professional Scheme visa. So get ready for the date, which is 18th of Feb, I believe, 2:30 p.m. Here you have to fill all the details and apply for the ballot. So good luck for all the applicants, and I'll see you in the next video. And take care. Goodbye.